We all dream of becoming famous. For some, YouTube has become a way of doing precisely that. Joining me, Nadav Ossendryver, who is the most viewed YouTube channel based in South Africa. At least he operates the most viewed YouTube channel in South Africa, and it's all about wildlife sightings. Recently, we saw the listing on the JSE of Anchor Capital, and the chief executive of Anchor Capital, Peter Armitage, tried to do wildlife sightings videos years ago. It didn't work very well in the form of Africam. So what has Nadav Ossendryver got right? He's with me in studio. What have you got right with it?
So I think what I've found that really worked is growing the community part of it. And when you have a community that's so active and they all want to just be part of it, and the way that they're part of it is by sharing their sightings.
Okay, well, we'll talk about that in just a second. But you're a passionate bush proponent. I mean, you grew up in the bush. Your dad would take you to the bush, and you that took on a life of its own, didn't it?
Yeah, I mean, since I was 8 years old, my whole family and we used to go to the Kruger for holidays, and I just fell in love with it, and we got to see the most unbelievable sightings, and ever since then I've just begged to go back. And
at the age of 15, you start filming your experiences. And you start putting these online with YouTube.
So I've actually always filmed my sightings. Like, I think, ever since I was 8 years old, like, I had a video camera. But when I was 15, we had just one amazing sighting that I felt like I just had to share it.
Okay, I want to see this sighting. So let's show the video of a bunch of terrapins. And the terrapins are those little tortoisey looking things treating a crocodile without any respect at all. What's going on here?
So basically, me and my cousin at this, we were on a Kruger Park trip. And we drove past this waterhole, and out of this waterhole came a crocodile and went into the road. And what we thought is, obviously people come and feed these animals, which is really upsetting, but these animals are used to it. So they thought that we were coming to feed them, and the crocodile came out, and then the terrapins, they didn't want to lose any of the food to this crocodile. And so they thought, if they try and attack him or surround him, he would get scared and go back in. And then when they realized we weren't going to feed them, they just went back in. But it was amazing how they actually fought, and the crocodile was biting them. And
but aren't crocodiles and terrapins adversaries? Are they rivals in the wild?
I mean, I've always thought so. I mean, you would imagine crocodiles, aren't friends with anyone. But I think in this case, when there's food involved, and then they really become enemies even more. Because
and do terrapins have a bite? I mean, I think it's like being bitten by a gummy bear.
Yeah, so I mean, I think from this video we can actually see that the crocodile wasn't having a fun time with all these like terrapins surrounding it. So I don't know if it actually got hurt, but I'm pretty sure like any animal, when it has to, it has to bite, it's pretty
terrified by terrapins. So you pop this online, you pop it on YouTube, and you say, hey guys, have a look at this.
Yeah, so basically I've always been part of a sandparks forum. Sandparks basically run all the national parks in South Africa. And I've always been a part of this community way before even later sightings. And when I took this amazing video, I told everyone to go watch it, and they all just thought it was amazing. And it grew to like 20,000 views, after a month.
Now, those of us who watch National Geographic Channel, for example, know that you've got people who go into the bush for months. They don't bath, they don't wash, they hide in holes next to water holes, praying and hoping for that one incredible shot. What you've got is, you love the bush and you don't mind sitting out there, but you don't have to do it all yourself, because it is about creating that community of interest. And what latestsightings.com has done is created a destination for nature lovers to go to share the content. So now you've got 10,000 rangers as opposed to 5 rangers, with 10,000 cameras as opposed to 5.
And that's, I think, the key of getting the most unbelievable content, because, as you said, one cameraman goes and waits a whole year to get like maybe an hour worth of unbelievable footage. But when you expand that to over 100,000 people going, one of them are bound to see something unbelievable every single day, and that's basically what happens. And when they're part of this community and they share that with the rest of the world, the rest of the world watches. And I think that's what's really been able to grow.
Okay, I want to see some cool content. Show me the best of what you've had recently. Let's watch a video now of Nadav Ossendryver's content from his community. I don't know about you, but I got goosebumps just watching some of that footage. Some of it's fairly common. I mean, it's not uncommon to go to the Kruger Park and have a lion walk alongside you at sunset and roar away at sunset. That kind of common. Occasionally you might get lucky enough to see a leopard growl at itself in the reflection of your car, which is hilarious. Very seldom would you see snakes. And what was the bird attacking? Was it rinkels?
I think it's actually a rhombic egg eater, because you can tell by the inflated neck.
But why is it picking a fight with it? Because I suppose they compete for eggs, don't they?
Yeah, so I think so. I mean, this was actually seen inside the camp, and so you don't have. Yeah, so that's Skukuza. Okay. So you don't actually have to drive around to be part of this community. You can just be in the camp and get to see the most amazing stuff.
Yeah.
And basically, I think that bird was had a nest around, and it saw the snake, and again, it's an egg eater, so it didn't want to lose any of its offspring. So pretty sure that's why it started fighting with it.
Fabulous. And also the best wildlife photography is, unfortunately, by conflict, isn't it? And you look at the conflict between wild dogs and baboons, both massively aggressive and can do each other a lot of harm. We saw a bit of that. And then right at the end, I was expecting the Jaws music to start playing, because here is it an impala that's in the water?
So basically that whole sighting took place in the Kruger, and those people who filmed it only got to see it because of the community sightings. They got told about it and they went. And basically what happened was a pack of wild dogs chased this impala into the water.
Oh, and the crocodile then grabs it.
Yeah, and then the impala was swimming away, from the wild dogs when this crocodile came in, and it's just an unbelievable sighting.
Are you running a business, or is this a hobby?
So, I mean, in the beginning, I never thought it'd be a business. It was a pure, passion for wildlife, and it still is. But right now, it is kind of turning into a business. We are getting revenue from a few streams. And I mean, it's very nice to see.
Is it advertising driven? Is it advertising driven on the volume of traffic that you get?
So yeah, on YouTube it's completely advertising. Because we're a YouTube partner, and we get ads and we get paid from those ads. And what's actually really amazing is, because our YouTube is grown by our community, that we're starting a partner program where if you send a video in, you can actually get paid.
I was going to say, do you keep all the money for yourself, or do you share?
So, I mean, before we were partners, no one was making anything. But now that we are, we can't just keep it all for ourselves, because it's not, I don't think it's right. So I think I want to be able to pay back the community for how much they've helped grow the YouTube. I mean, without them, I would probably just be stuck on my crocodile video.
But you're also incentivizing people to participate.
Yeah, so that's also what we're hoping. I mean, we're hoping if you can go to the Kruger and get paid, you would send in the most unbelievable videos and also sightings, and it also kind of locks you into the community. So
how's studying for your matric exams going?
So it's going okay. I mean, it's a bit hard with this big distraction, but I am focusing on studying, because the team of the later sightings team are helping me take a bit of stress off, and so I can focus. But
will you study further? Or are you completely wedded to this idea of being a YouTube superstar, and will it sustain you?
So I think being a YouTuber is a big part of it, but I don't think I'm actually a full-time YouTuber. I mean, like, later sightings on its own is still pretty big, and I want to focus more on the whole later sightings and not just the YouTube aspect of it. And so I think that's why I want to study in university. I mean, next year I want to just take a bit of a break from school and focus on later sightings, and also maybe work in the Kruger or any game reserve, just to take a bit of a break. Can
we watch the video again? Because there's such cool stuff in it. I'm sure people would love to see it again.
No, definitely.
Play it again. Play it again. Extraordinary footage. We can see it on latestsightings.com.
Yeah, so you can see it there, or you can just subscribe to our YouTube channel on Kruger Sightings.
That's extraordinary, and I really do hope you do well in your matric exams. Please
Thank
try
you.
not to focus too much on this, and I look forward to seeing what you do with it in the future, because it is taking some of what South Africa provides for nothing, or for a very reasonable price, through the Kruger Park and many other game parks, of course, and leveraging it and putting it and making it accessible for the world, and hopefully encouraging people to come here as tourists as well. The very successful Nadav Ossendryver, who is a committed bush watcher, the founder of Kruger Sightings website. What's it called again?
Latestsightings.com.
Latestsightings.com. Latestsightings.com. Go and take a look at it. Thank you for watching us, and hopefully you'll be back again and won't be too captivated by latestsightings.com at 9 o'clock tomorrow. Till then, good night.